Somewhere between Iran and Oman, there is a stretch of water 21 miles wide at its narrowest point. 21 miles. That's roughly the distance between Manhattan and Newark. And right now, that tiny stretch of ocean is holding the entire global economy hostage, because in the last week, oil prices didn't just rise, they erupted. Brent crude, the global benchmark, jumped on 27% in a single week. WTI, the American benchmark, up 35.6%. And the reason is simple and terrifying. The Strait of Hormuz, the narrow choke point through which 1/5 of all the oil on Earth as normally flows, has been effectively closed by conflict. This is not a market story. This is not a Wall Street story. This is a you story, a your grocery bill, your gas pump, your job story. And in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how a war on the other side of the world becomes a crisis in your backyard, and why the damage could be far worse than most people realize. Let's start with the geography, because the geography is everything here. The Strait of Hormuz sits between Iran to the north and Oman and the UAE to the south. Every single day, on a normal day, roughly 15 million barrels of crude oil pass through it. Add another 4.5 million barrels of refined fuels. On top of that, that's not a number. That's the lifeblood of the modern world. Japan, South Korea, China, India, Taiwan, Europe. These economies don't run on willpower, they run on crude oil, and the overwhelming majority of it comes through this strait. Now add one more layer. The EIA, the U.S. Energy Information Administration, says more than 20% of all global LNG trade also moves through Hormuz. LNG, liquefied natural gas, the fuel that heats European homes, powers Asian factories, keeps the lights on across half the developing world. All of it squeezed through 21 miles of contested water. Here's where it gets really dark. The obvious question is, can't ships just go around? The answer is barely. Saudi Arabia has a pipeline called the Petroline. The UAE has one called ADNOC's Habshan Fujairah pipeline. Together, these bypass routes have roughly 2.6 million barrels per day, not of spare capacity. Sounds like a lot. It isn't, because the strait normally moves 15 million barrels a day. So alternative routes can patch maybe 1/6 of the whole, the rest stranded. Right now, Reuters reports that nearly 15 million barrels per day of crude and another 4.5 million barrels of refined fuels are effectively trapped in the Gulf, while producers are starting to cut output because their storage facilities are filling up with nowhere to send the oil. This isn't an abstraction. This is physical. Barrels that cannot move, ships that cannot sail, refineries that will soon start running dry, and it's already spreading into the price of everything.